discombobulated, but I'm all right here. Just getting rolling. Nice. What's up, dude? We need to get you, dude, to Gary Con, man. We need to get you there next year. That'd be awesome. Good to see you, man. Hope everything's going well.
Your repurposed freighter drifts through space. As you stare out at the star-flecked void, another ship comes in. Wait, is this sci-fi? I thought we agreed on a World War II campaign.
But things are good.
Oh. Did we? That's cool. I can pivot. The smell of smoke curdles in your nostrils. Hold up, I thought we were prepping for a zombie apocalypse campaign. Alright, here's what we're doing. It's the year 3700. Humanity's elite fled to other planets long ago, taking with them all forms of advanced technology. Earth survivors scrape by with historic tools as weird phenomena plague abandoned nuclear sites. Witnesses report seeing glowing lights and the dead rising from their graves. And amidst the chaos, 3 strangers will meet in a dim bar. A veteran zombie slayer, a disgraced general out for revenge, and a space mercenary sent to investigate the power plants. Now describe your characters. How did you do that? I have the right tools for the job.
Yeah, affiliate, it's first 10. Get the first, and when you get partner, it's first 25. I believe. I'm almost positive that's the case. Santa. You need to do 100. 100 will do it. Or other cheers and stuff. Awesome. Oh, that's great. 8. That's so cool. Very, very cool. Woo.
Hello.
Hi.
How are
you? Oh, good. Good. I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm just crazy packing and all the other stuff going on. You know, getting ready. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for you. You have a convention this weekend too. Yeah.
Yep, starting Friday, but going up there tomorrow.
The tree that endures has to bend.
Yep.
From
there we go.
The mad mage.
Thanks, Moose.
From countless voices, the castle takes shape. Zagig will test the enduring. Those unlucky will never escape.
Oh my God.
I need to grab a cough drop here.
No problem. You all right?
It's weird. Oh yeah, it's just that every time I'm sitting in front of a webcam, I start coughing. Like you get when you get tickle in your throat. Yep. There we go. Okay.
POV, I had 30 minutes before
Thanks,
my
Savage.
campaign group
See
showed up,
you-
and I
see
was
you in a day and a
totally
half.
unprepared. I grabbed my ready, set,
Oh,
encounter
Savage
box,
will
and
be
boom,
at
everything I
Yeah, he
needed
lives
for
right
an
there.
epic session.
Oh,
Adventure
cool.
hooks, map
Awesome.
tiles, loot tables, stat
I wish I
blocks,
could
and
meet you too
miniatures,
sometime
all ready to go. My
in the
players
convention
still
soon.
think I spent
Maybe
hours
Page or
planning our
something,
Great
yeah.
Dragon encounter. If you're a busy dungeon master, get Ready Set Encounter live now on Kickstarter. POV, I had 30 minutes before my campaign group showed up, and I was totally unprepared. I grabbed my Ready Set Encounter box, and boom, everything I needed for an epic session.
I probably
Adventure
won't be up
hooks,
till like
map
7
tiles,
or 8
loot
o'clock
tables, stat blocks, and
tomorrow,
miniatures,
but
all
it's
ready
all
to
right.
go. My players still think I spent hours planning our Great Dragon encounter.
good.
If you're a busy dungeon master, get Ready Set Encounter live now on
this.
Kickstarter.
Because I'm not going to be around to mail anything out, I'm doing controller game gift certificates tonight. And I have them, $10 ones, just to make it easy for me, because I give them right out into the stream. And your first GMing session went very well, right? I learned a lot. I just had so much going on. It's Mike. Cool.
Hey.
What's up?
Hello.
Cool, Greg. Yeah, Tuesday night's really tough. It's a night with my son. It's tough. Just on Tuesday, but I was lurking the whole time. Here. I got thunderstorms coming through here, so if anything happens power-wise or whatever, that's probably what it was.
Oh man. It's supposed to get to a low of 75 here tonight.
Oh, that's hot.
Wow.
Overnight.
Wow. I think even we would get below 75, I think. Yeah. We have like 95 now, I think, or 90, yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What's everyone?
Yeah, it's 90 soon.
Yeah, it's well, the thunderstorms just came through here. Hopefully that broke a little bit of it, but hope everyone's doing well. Here, I gotta add in 2 recent followers. It'll put me back at 14.5 if this thing works.
Cool.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because a couple slipped, and then let's see, it doubles them up for some reason. It's weird. So it's 106. Oh God, that's crazy. But yeah. All right. Well, wonderful. I love storms. That's great. It's going to be storming everywhere.
Yeah, we got our first non-June gloom. It's that Southern California phenomena with May gray and June gloom that we get overcast until like noon, and then we get a little bit of sunshine in the afternoon. But this was the first day we had like sunny all day, so the first real true summer day, so to speak, when it was warm in the morning and then it heats up. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I forgot to do? That's okay. So, what the hell's my phone? I'll have to show it on the camera. I'm ready. I'm kind of ready. I'm overpacking, I
Oh,
think.
that's good because we're leaning on you and Mike today. Yeah.
Oh, I'm over. No, I'm not ready for today. I'm
Oh,
ready
you
for
mean the
tomorrow.
convention?
Yeah.
Are you
So
having a car prep full of miniatures and all that
look at
stuff?
that. I'm four boxes, 5 boxes,
Wow.
miniatures, underlays.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Uh,
yeah. Um, there you
There's
go.
good parking there, so you can
Well, yeah,
get it. Yeah.
it's at a Choice hotel,
Oh, okay,
place.
good.
So
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
So we're in
Awesome.
Utah. It's 77 degrees and sunny. Wow, that's nice for Utah. Very cool. Oh, look at that. I'm on the wrong page and it's not showing. Of course, it's not. Hold on, dumb thing. So I got to pay more attention. Everyone, sorry. Boom. Okay. Yep. All right. So I'll be here. Tiffany will be here tomorrow. Boom. We'll have some fun. There's only 9 special guests. There were 2 of them. So small. Joe Block's a special guest. Jason Vay's a special guest. A couple other people. Yes. So she's GMing twice, playing each other's games. It'll be fun. So having a good time. So that is. I think I got 1 seat. Someone dropped and then someone else picked up. I think I got 1 seat left for both games, but I got 5 players in them, so we're good. We're good to go. First time ever there, so I'll let you know how it is. I'm trying to get so Sunday, and I'm trying to get Josh on so he can give me an update on how North Texas was.
Yeah.
And I can give an update on how this was. So
Sure. Yeah,
yep.
that's good. It's and especially since I've not got there. A lot of people don't get the chance to go there, so it's interesting to see. Yeah.
So I have that's what's going on probably for Sunday, but next Sunday Ed is back. And this is like right up at we're doing climate and its effects on Greyhawk and the realms. Okay.
And it wasn't my idea.
No, it wasn't. It was my idea.
Don't blame me this time.
No, it was my idea. But we don't, we want to go into the effects on and then describe the regions and who's there and why it's the way it is. I mean,
some
why
world
is
building
Icewind Dale the way it is. I guess we'll find out. So
yep.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh, cool, man. 1490 Doom stuff. Really good. It's open lock, 2 inches blocks and modular. Nice. So that's that. And then there's other events before this, but then there's the 24-hour stream is Saturday, July 11th with that crew. All one crazier than the other. So yep. All right. Just give you some heads up as to what's coming up. All right. What do we got today? Fighters, Paladins, and Rangers. This should be easy. This should be real easy. I guess, Mike, we'll start like we've done the last couple of weeks. We've done these, right? Let's see who was a fighter, Paladin, Ranger in Gary's campaign in the Rogues Gallery.
Okay.
Start there.
Yeah.
Savage, this time blows by. Oh, by the way, everyone, my son, he's 16. His high school he goes to, he completed his 2-part A+ certification in high school. So so he's got that for hardware and software already. That's pretty cool. So yeah, nice tech school he goes to. So yeah, thank you.
Awesome.
Yeah, he did part 1 yesterday and part 2 today. He passed both, which was great.
I'm not surprised about that.
He's OCD.
It doesn't surprise me. Yep.
Yeah, thanks, Nas. And let's see here. Let's go. Here we go. If you don't have this, you should get it just to look through it and see all this old stuff. It's from 1980. Like, oh my God. I mean, they document liches in here and adventuring parties and just crazy stuff, right?
I have
it's
it.
a bit nostalgia stuff.
It's
yeah,
lost
in
somewhere.
pieces. Yeah.
Well, I have it in paper too and PDF. So yeah.
The answer to that is not in a published source that I'm aware of. Tried to change the weather permanently. Nope, not that I'm aware of. No.
Well, we have some legendary stuff. The Bright Desert is supposed to happen due to some magic mishap, so to speak, back in the day.
That's once again that's conjecture, though.
Exactly, but it's something that's been written about in later sources. They simply came up with
that idea.
yeah. It was written into Greyhawk lore like so many other stuff. It was not something that Gary came up with. It was something that I forgot who wrote.
Yeah, I think he's asking about a story, something that's actually documented in published source.
It's in published source. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I understand that, but that is oh well, there's a desert here, it shouldn't be here, so someone created it.
Yeah, exactly, and they wrote it in that Bright Desert thing that was published in, I forgot, was it the Living Greyhawk Journal? Dragon, something. I think it was that era. No, I think it was earlier than that. I think it was the second edition era. I think that was when they wrote it in, but somehow it was written in that Scorpion Claw, whatever. There was something there that created it, and then we have the Twin Cataclysms. That is like a big time. That's like
that's not a weather change.
Huge thing. It's more than a weather change, but it's a climate change and a catastrophe that changed things it changed even the geography. Yeah.
It did, because it was like a nuclear bomb going off.
It was probably like a million nuclear bombs going off.
Like a meteor hitting.
Exactly. It was like, it was really big. Yeah.
And it did change the climate, but it wasn't someone trying to change the weather.
No, but they changed the weather due to a bunch of other stuff. But so they haven't, we don't have any spells just to change weather more than very locally.
Like very locally, you're right.
Yeah, but weather is more like, it's not what happened. You need more than an umbrella to take it away, so to speak. So
I think in both cases, though, what he asks is, did they try to change it? And I think in both of those cases, they were side effects.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I mean, we don't know if anyone who's tried I created the water elementals, so we're short on some ninth level spells.
Yeah, but that is a published source. I definitely have it that the druidic power and stuff can change it. So the elves have changed it for Selene. They've changed it up in the Heartlands and stuff like that. So they changed the local climate there magically, so to speak, over time. So so there you can definitely do it. But that's for my campaign. Yeah.
Thanks for getting us back on track, Brett.
Yeah, but that was awesome. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
How many times have you seen a paladin played exceptionally as opposed to a fighter with special abilities? Real role-playing depth is possible with that class. So, Brett, I'm going to ask you this question back. You saw a lot of what happened between Elazira and Elijah Winchester IV. Did I do well as him as a paladin? He's a fighter paladin, not a cavalier paladin. So I just want your retorts back. I thought I played him very selflessly lawful good type. So yeah,
it's a good question.
It is a good question. Paladins are tough to play, especially in old school. They're not really tough to play in fifth.
So one of the guys in my current game group is playing a cleric / paladin of Foltest, and he's doing quite well. I would say he could do better. He's not out to convert the rest of the group to Foltest or anything.
What's his deity?
Foltest.
Oh, well, it depends on what aspect it once again.
Yeah, so he's from actually the Pale. So I don't think he's not playing unpaladin like, but I think he could be more obnoxious.
Mike, did you see? Mike, did you see what a Pale Light did in my game on Saturday?
No. I was at a convention Saturday.
Oh. So he took one from the fundraiser where we had all those 4 locations, and one of them was one of those mini summoner sites, and to stop Sethaga, he took one of them. He came from Tristor, and he took one of them. And he set it up so that every day it teleported a troll from the troll fens into the sus to get rid of them.
Nice.
So they're like, "What the hell's going on here? Where are all these trolls coming from? We've never seen before." And we're up, so they had to go out and figure out what was going on. Yeah. So, what do you think? Yeah. What do you think? Just love the lawful neutral. They could just do they could justify anything. Yeah. They find them often plays fighters with action. So paladins are let's differentiate. My game has two distinct types of paladins. Now, I'm not talking about the subclasses, the Undead Hunter Inquisitor. The fighter paladin is like a traditional Gygax first edition old school paladin, right? It should be selfless. They're out to help others. They're pure lawful good. Whereas you have the Cavalier paladins, which is more of a status, and that came from Dragon 72 and the Undercana, and they tend to be the haughty paladin types that no one could stand. I think that just get played that way. I don't know very many selfless Cavalier paladins in the game. But I allow both fighter paladin, like and Jared, Amanda's husband, played a half elf Cavalier paladin. He was in the joust. He played on that Thursday night. I had everyone here. So they're tough to play, but that doesn't mean they're impossible to play. I think Rangers are tough to play too. I think Rangers are tough to play. I think people miss out on what they're all about.
I think a paladin suffers from being in an ensemble. That if you were playing a smaller group, say with just a couple of your friends, one's a paladin, one's a some other good type thing, then you would have more time to focus on paladin like activities or stuff. But when you get a larger ensemble group, there's little time for paladining, stuff.
But it's also, I agree with that, because then others might not want to go on the same quest and whatever that type of character want to do. But on the other hand, it's a character that is really, the paladin type is really, really important to have for a lot of reasons. Once the going gets tough, they are usually ones that can withstand a lot, so to speak. They have good saves, good fighting abilities, some magic, some healing, undead stuff, whatever. They're yeah.
I think it comes down to the fact that it's role play versus the role play.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Ranger is very much the single party, a character making up its own party. So that's the perfect one to, if you split the party, you want someone to scout ahead. You want someone to, the one who's always in the rear, catching up stuff.
Right.
And if you have a bigger party of 6 characters, always have a ranger, at least one ranger, because they can play lots of different roles. They can assist in, it's one of the best assisting characters, in my opinion. Yeah, because they are good at almost everything.
Especially because Rangers can multi-class and Paladins can't. First edition,
okay.
First, second edition.
That's more than I even remember.
So you have Imri's a Ranger Major character. So is Garrick Coldwell, Curse's character. Bella, you're 7-8. Hey Bella.
Yep.
So it's Ranger Mage, Ranger Cleric. They're all good classes.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting that the party, now we're not developing Hawktails and running my Shieldlands campaign, due to the nature of the campaign and the playtest I've done, then half the party have been some form of ranger, paladin, warrior type character, so to speak, because we don't have any clear classes, meaning that you can be paladini, meaning you can say I'm serving a god and that god gives me gifts and I'm good at fighting, and then you combine it. So you can be anything you want, from the fighter to the paladin spectrum, so to speak. And then you can simply say, well, I want to be even more serving Hieronymus, whoever it is, and then you can be like a war priest. That will be like somewhere between a paladin and a cleric. And then you say, I want to be more stealthy and more skulking around and less. I'm a fighter, but I also want to sneak around and whatever, and I'll do sneak attacks and stuff like that. So a lot of fighter, thief kind of fighter rogue types, and a lot of kind of warrior paladin types. But that was been the nature of those games. That kind of, you get the character that the campaign makes the character, shapes the characters. Yeah, very much in Hawktails.
My current campaign, all my players did was complain about not having our ranger the entire time. So my friend who was playing the rogue retired his character mid-campaign, made a ranger. Last night they come across a lock they couldn't pick. They couldn't break it. They couldn't pick it. And they were like, "Oh man,
Why
we
don't
wish
they
we had a
just cast
rogue."
knock on it?
Oh well, that's what they eventually had to do. But it was just it was comical. It was comical. Then they were like, "Oh, I wish we had a rogue."
Oh, because you're playing fifth, so he couldn't play Ranger Thief. See, that's another allowable multi-class in 1E2. He's Ranger Thief.
Yeah,
which is a really cool scout.
That's a great combo.
Yeah,
I remember doing that
so,
back in the day. I played lots of Reindeer Thieves, and it's a great combo because it gives you a lot of that sneaky, skilly thing, and it boosts your combat ability. So yeah, any good first level hit points too.
All right, trivia question for the audience: the poor man's version of a ranger in my campaign is what? Let's see if we can get this. No, I don't have hunters. The poor man's version of a ranger. No, Call Drummer. They're not rangers at all. Now remember, Archer Ranger is a thing. It's a hybrid of the two. Nope, Moose, you're getting closer. Wow.
Bandit.
Bandits can track. Bandits usually get specialization with weapon, just +1/+2. Nah, it's dominatrix. They get a specialization with a bow, so they're a poor man's ranger.
Third edition had scout.
Yeah, scout. Yeah, they have scout in 1E too. Tim has a scout class. Tim has that scout class that was in Dragon. I don't use it. Tim does though. So the ever mysterious. All right, so let's see what we got here in the Rogues Gallery. Daz, careful what you wish for, because when I do this evil game of all the ladies, I'm gonna bring that dominatrix back for at least one adventure, and it's gonna be bad.
You have to have a gabbing where you go over the features of that class
after the stream. I don't want to give any of it away. I don't want to give any of the abilities away.
No, I mean at a later one, you have to go over the class and its development and stuff like that.
Some of the spells though that came out of the Greyhawk.
No, I guess that you have to rename them or talk about them in beep them out or something. You never know. You have to have a beepy thing you can use.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. So here's a funny one. The first one, Tim Giardini, Ararat. Tall and muscular, black hair and green eyes. He was one time a ranger, but after a time found he could not live with the restrictions of that stoic group, and so abandoned it, become just a fighter. There you go. There's a fallen ranger. He has a +4. He's a +4. Yeah. Sort of defense. Wow. Yeah. So there you go. Big B. No. CT. No. Bard. No. Eric's cousin. Eric's cousin's a fighter mage.
Okay.
So, yeah. So that was Ernie's character. So, and he's the one that made the pact with Balzabul. Yeah. In exchange for the souls of those he slays, Balzabul is made to make a major devil Eric's cousin when he dies. How he's over afraid of death, and if there's any ways to prevent or delay it, he will try to obtain it. He's human. No, he's dual class. He's human. Look at that. 7 fighter, 14th mage. He dual classed. Yeah, interesting. Grimslade. That's Harold Johnson's mage. Nope. Thief. Gormadoc. Nope. All right, Lanolin, another evil character, fighter mage. That's a picture of him. Chaotic Evil playing. Oh my God. Originally chaotic neutral, Lanolin could not suppress his nasty tendencies, and after a few adventures, there was no doubt he'd become chaotic evil. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Multi-class 711. Has a lot of items. He's got his greatest ambition is to find those rare magic wishes so that he can raise limits of his levels even more. See, there was ways around the class level limits for demi-humans even back then. You just wish I wanted to go up higher, you know? So, yeah.
I wish I was a little bit taller.
Yeah. What did Curtis Fritz just said? What party of women, including it down? So, Curtis, a while back when I had them all on, they begged me to let them play evil characters once. So like one of them's going to be playing a priestess of Leviatar from the Dark Brotherhood. They're going to have all sorts of baddies, right? Probably have an anti-paladin female and stuff. And I will definitely throw out my dominatrix back in that adventure. Yeah, and then you get to see it one time. Yeah, so that was just this last week, Bryn. I do love old school. If you don't get XP, you don't play your role, and you don't receive. Yeah. so I got semi slammed on I think it was a Joe Block vid, and I commented. I did my no just no on it, and it was like, you should be using gold for XP. I'm like, no fucking way. That's the dumbest thing ever. So as much gold as you collect is what your XP is, instead of completing missions and slaying monsters and thwarting evil or whatever. I mean, that just makes no sense. And people were like, "Well, that's the way we did it back in the day." I'm like, "Yeah, not me. Yeah, I never did it. I never did gold for XP." So, Serve in the Dark, we already went over him. Monk, magic user here. Phoebus. He's scrolling through too. There's Phoebus. Great story. That's a D. That's a Jeff D. Right? Or is it right? D is that's not Diesel, is it? Or is that Jeff D?
The art?
This picture says D80.
Yeah,
is that Diesel or Jeff D?
That I don't know. Jeff
It's
D.
Jeff
Okay.
D. According to Chris, I thought. Yeah, Jeff D. Yeah, Jeff was at the concoction. It's one of the ones there. Originally a fighter, Phoebus rose to a 10th level before he was slain. Clark being unavailable, a Drew was prevailed upon to form a reincarnation. Phoebus returned in the body of a lizard man. There you go.
No, I don't want to do a go.
Yeah. So, it's crazy, isn't it? He makes people bloodkins now, mixing bloods in a painful tattoo process. But yeah, so there is an instance now of one of the instances. There's a second one in here, way back when, in the late 70s, early 80s, of a character that is a humanoid. So, you did level like crazy, Tux, but I don't want my characters leveling like crazy. So a tab key, yeah, tell me about it. That's how old these are. Rigby's cleric. Here's all right. So he's scrolling through picture wise, and we have a lot of other references for him. But here's Sir Robbler, Rob Kuntz. This is a low level version of him at 15. This is all mech stuff, as you can see. They're
15, yeah.
15th.
Definitely a fighter, then.
Yeah, definitely a fighter.
Yeah.
Although his career started as a neutral, and he still retains an attitude somewhat neutral. Now look, Robbler is presently lawful evil in alignment. Yeah. Robbler's done a lot of bad things.
Yeah, but Robbler seems to have had fun too doing it.
Yeah, that was the best story ever. We hooked up for Zugtamori. She took it away for a weekend.
That was so good. That's the biggest scoop you've had on your channel, I think.
Bigger than Monty Hall.
Yes, I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least cooler than Monty Hall.
Wise, yes.
Yes, I think it was. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a great scoop. The way he said it too.
And by the way, he has no stone horse. Even though Raggy the Trader, Robert, Kuntz is like, I don't have no damn stinking stone horse.
Oh, is that from the illustration you mean, with the Juggernaut?
Yeah, the illustration I'm using in the scroller has him on stone horse, which is, I believe, is from Raggy the Trader. So yeah, but it just has a girdle of storm giant strength. I mean, yeah. You can see there's certain items I'll never give out again. Imagine a double specialized fighter with a girdle of storm giant strength.
That was a metal horse, by the way, not a.
Oh, it's a metal horse?
Pedantic, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Robbler.
There he is. There he is.
Oh, there you go.
Robbler. It's not a very good picture, but
that's all right. Yeah.
Let me see if I have a better one. Because he was one of the main stars of that comic.
Zokar, I have no idea. I don't know what's coming with that. If there's going to have that God Trap's going to have 9 deities in it. If you want to release 9 deities, play Expedition of Ruins of Greyhawk. The 3rd edition version, it's fantastic. I've hyped it up multiple times. It was one of the last adventures I did before I started live streaming, and it took us about a year to run it. Yeah. What would Robbler do? TSR didn't publish the stats for Bolaro, though. You mean no, they didn't. But I think they're in the. I think those stats are in in expeditions, if I recall. Yes, javelins, the lightning, and piercing are all one use. All. They're one use. Javelin and piercing, you don't throw it. It launches like a freaking missile. That's why it's +6 to hit. Yep. All right, here's the second one, Talbot. This is David Cook is Zeb, right? Zeb Cook?
I think so. Yep.
This guy's chaotic neutral. Early in his career, the lawful good Talbot died while on a mission for a druid. This druid, unable to raise Talbot, reincarnated him in the form of a centaur. As such, a change of nature was difficult for Talbot to comprehend. A drastic climate change caused him to become chaotic neutral. The moral of the story in old school: don't do anything with druids, because if you die, you're going to end up a badger or a weasel or something.
Well, there was a bard, and he had performances at Gen Con and stuff. I forgot his first name, but he was on Spotify and stuff. He had the reincarnation song. That was his best one. So if you have Spotify or something, and go to reincarnation and see if I can find a link to it, because it was that was hilarious, that song.
Sparky, badgers are cool for a first one adventure, and then you're like, oh my god, all my people are leveling up and they're and you really want to be Rocket Raccoon as a character. You know what I'm saying? I just like, because you don't have any guns or anything run around. I mean, maybe you can play it up. I wouldn't do it. So hey, Michael. Yeah, it's all good. Hey Rob, good to see you. I didn't happen to a character. My fighter died. I needed help, and he popped up as a gnome. Well, that's we had that happen too. Alan's character had a half elven female fighter mage. She was, and died, failed to raise, dead, and so they went to I think it was a mage that did the resurrection, the reincarnate, because they get it too. And turned out she became, I think her name was like Tree Breeze or something, her last name. Turned out her new name was Felf Rednose, a male gnome. Yeah. Came back as a gnome. And he didn't really play the character after that. So, yep. The dangers of the awful reincarnate. So, all right. So that there you go. See, Tensor. Valerius. Valerius is a fighter. 12th level. Earl Otis's character. So, this is the guy with this. Yeah, he's got Ring of Vampiric Regeneration, which is disgusting. So, so Drizzt didn't have the first set, everyone. Okay? He did not. This guy did. Valerius. Bracers of Blinding Strike. Okay? Everyone always complains, how does Drizzt get all those freaking attacks? It's because of those damn bracers, but he wasn't the first. So I cannot blame R.A. Salvatore for that. He ripped it off from right here. All right? Yep. They get that extra attack. And that is right there. So, all right. That's a picture of him.
The guy is Dan the Bard, and it's the Owlbears. He has two. He has the Owlbear song is his most famous, and then he has and he has the reincarnation thingy. So yeah, so Dan the Bard.
Where is he on YouTube?
He's maybe he's on Spotify and some of the other
Spotify,
ones.
Okay.
The big music services and stuff. And he used to have live performances at Gen Con. You can rent him at Gen Con, and he will come to your booth, and he will sing the reincarnation song and the Owlbear. The Owlbear song is fantastic, and how you should not make out with an owlbear. It's awesome.
That's funny.
Yep. Pete the Polymorpher. That's another one.
Pete the Polymorpher.
Yeah. It's awesome. Yep. Mm-hmm. Stupid player and stuff.
Opportunities for employment.
Yep.
Yeah. You just hire him to follow you around.
Yes. Yeah, he could do that. He had a little band. he had a little band and 2 or 3 others that helped him sing and play music and stuff. And he full costume and the whole shebang. I don't know how he does it anymore, but he did it on Gen Con, several Gen Cons when I was there, because the companies I worked for, they hired him to come and play at the booth like every day or so. He came and sang a song and played it. And he played some of these on people always wanted to hear the Owlbear song and Pete the Polymorpher. They were best ones. Yep.
Blame Gene Wells for the layout, everyone.
My Dex is higher than yours. It was another song. It was fantastic. So much D&D songs that it was fun. Yep.
Did he dress up?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. He was fully dressed up.
Very cool. All right. Give us some fighters, paladins, rangers. I probably can't give any archers because that's pertinent to my campaign. Stay away from Cavaliers.
Yeah, to me, Cavalier seems to be, and now I need to ask you, Jay, and Mike, who are class experts. Is the Cavalier too niche as a class to be viable? Because maybe go to dungeons and wildernesses and stuff yeah.
I can't quote you a single published Greyhawk Cavalier.
I can. Just look. There's plenty in Marklands. There's plenty.
Okay.
They're listed as Cavalier 10th level.
Most of them are Paladin Cavaliers.
Well, then that's not. I'm thinking of Unearth Arcana Cavalier.
Yeah, they are, but they're the Paladin subclass of Cavalier. So, all right, 1 second.
How do you know?
Because it has a C, not an F after. Here, let me show you. Unearthed. Back when Unearthed Arcana came out, one of the bad things it did was.
Yeah, you need to tell us the story about the Cavalier and the different versions and stuff, because me and the others are not really sure how that comes together, so to speak.
Here, let's start. We'll start. I'll do this quickly. We'll do this as quickly as possible. All right. Oh, look at that. It's already open. Here's Dragon 72. This is the good version. Sorry, Rob. You argue with me. It's okay. 1983. This is like here's another installment of new character class Cavalier. The Cavalier is a subclass of fighter here. Okay. Something happens in it in the changeover between this and future.
Unearthed Arcana.
Yeah, between here and Unearthed Arcana. Because there's a lot of variety. There's a lot of flexibility. There's stuff in here with elves. There's stuff here if you want to make them bow specialist or crossbow specialist. This all disappears in Unearthed Arcana. So this is what I use. I use the Dragon 72 version over this, the Unearthed Arcana. Let me go to it. So the Cavalier here becomes a rigid class where you don't have any variety. You only take so many weapons. It's wait a minute. All right, keep on going. All right. Here we go. Barbarian. I thought it was. Here we go. Cavalier. All right. So, Cavaliers here are their own class. They're not a subclass of fighter, right? So they're separate completely. And then here it's like this is it. You go lance. You got a little bit of variety. Broadsword, longsword, scimitar, horseman's mace, horseman's flail, horseman's pick. Thanks guys. No missile at all. The missile's been removed. And then here's some of the abilities that's in both. But then you get down to here and Paladin. The Paladin is no longer a subclass of fighter, but a subclass of Cavalier. Big mistake. I hate it. And all first 4 Winchesters I had: Elijah, Emerson, Andrea, Elaine, all were Paladin Cavaliers. Every one that was in the new group that we came out with, there were Paladin Cavaliers. All right. But see, so like now it's almost impossible to become a Paladin Because now you have to have 15 strength, 15. You have to have the wisdom minimum, which the paladins have, 15 con, 15 dex, and 17 charisma. I mean, it's crazy. So they became very difficult to even get to that point. And that's where, like, because Cavaliers I see as social status, haughty. You see them in the jousts, that kind. And to make that paladin a sub of the Cavalier, I think was a mistake. It was only a big mistake because it hurt them with weapon specialty. Dale, it did hurt them with that too. But I think paladin should stay under fighter, and that's why I have both. So you can play either. You can play a fighter subclass of paladin. Undead hunter and inquisitors are also subclasses of the fighter paladin or cavalier paladin. So, yep, I love both. So, but that's what happened. So, this is a mess. It was a mess for about 15 years till I said, you know what? We're going back to allowing the fighter paladin, because for about probably the first 10 years, probably through the early 90s, I didn't allow fighter paladins. It was like cavalier paladins. And they were some of the most boring characters I ever played. And that's it. Yeah, they are militaristic knights. Now, Mike, I'm hoping you take a look at the Cavalier in 5th edition coming out next year. I wrote it. I made the changes. Actually, Mandy helped. Sprockles Mandy helped me. Because a lot of it has to do on mounted and how you're able to disengage and actually draw opponents to you and get a disadvantage off others and all that. I think it works pretty well. Yeah. So, yeah. So, right. So, yeah. I know Rob doesn't like them. It's okay. All right. That's the difference. Now, as far as those paladins, I'm probably gonna have to eat my words here. I probably will. Let's take a look. Let's go. Let me get to here. Let's go to Marklands. I bet you Marklands I'm almost positive Marklands has a bunch of them in there, and you can tell by their stats. Marklands.
Well, that's inferring a lot. I'm just saying it literally says Cavalier by their name. But no, they are paladins. Oh, they are paladins.
Let me think about that. Let me think about where I remember Cavalier is a published source. There's got to be some. There's got to be some in some 2nd edition adventures that we're missing.
Like Eric the Cavalier is really the only Cavalier I know.
Let's take a look here. All right, so let's go. Because at this time, if they're a paladin, they're going to be a cavalier, you know. But I think, God, look, Anna, your favorite maps. Look at that. Woo!
Oh yes, but actually, I'm going to base my Shendel loosely on that one because I like the city design is interesting because Shendel was actually a designed city, not one city that grew over centuries and centuries. It was a long time. And planned cities, when you plan a city, you get stuff like that. So that makes sense, actually.
So here's the thing. Artur Jakarta here.
Yeah.
Has
awesome example.
The stats for the Paladin Cavalier, but it does not state. It just says Paladin, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at his weapons don't fit either. So he may be an old school Paladin. You just don't know. But he's got the dex and the con and the strength 1800. Now, remember those Cavalier Paladins increase their stats up to 1800. Let me see if there's any others. Here's another one. The King Belvor, 15th level Paladin of Flanaess. Mm-hmm. Notice he also has the con and the dex that are all 15s. Every single stat of his is 16 or higher. That's insane. Too bad he dies in my world. I'm sorry, just kidding. All right. Let's see. Thief, Priest, Serenal. I gotta talk about him. That character drives me crazy. All right. Let me just see if we got any others. Yeah, I'm trying to think of where if a published Cavalier there, Mike. That's a good point.
I did a word search on the Zapota index. There are no Cavaliers.
Wow.
Not even the mention of the word.
That's interesting. Having recently got on the PGC, I'm telling you. Oh, by the way, there's a rumor that they're gonna high-res re-release Baldur's Gate 2.
Yeah,
I heard that, and I was like, wow.
Was it? Wasn't it 1 and 2, or was it only 2?
It may have been both, but I think they're concentrating on 2 first.
Okay.
I mean, 2's my favorite of all time.
Yeah, I heard it on Ian World have their podcast. Yep. And they're usually reliable when they report on things. They usually have something, some source that more than just general rumors.
All right, so let's go back to Serenal, and I can opine. This is a sergeantism I can't stand.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. Sergeantisms. That's awesome.
Are you ready? He's a 9th level fighter. He's an elf, full-blooded elf, probably a high elf. Okay. He's a knight of the high forest. There's only 24 of them, right? He's 272 years old. That is mature for an elf of any age bracket, right?
Yeah. And
he has apparent blindness because of, but he's got to ring a true sight. So of the moon bow.
Oh, the moon bow. Yeah.
His character development of the moon bow, which appeared in his eyes 30 years ago, telling him it's time to leave the mortal world and go to Lenlakaka's island.
Yep.
Why? Why would a mature elf of that age be drawn to Len's
but they have that urge, urges. It's like
I got the urge to piss every day, Anna, and that doesn't mean I'm that. Yeah.
Well, you can't go to that island. You go to.
CH9 needs more elven knights.
Okay. I just hated it. I put down that he was.
Yeah, I don't like it that much either. It's too Tolkien-esque for me.
He had something, Moose. But I love the character, so I made the character naturally blind with that. He's got the ring of true sight, and he was when we were doing Vespi stuff. Him and Charnlin were big.
But I can like the moon bow, but I don't like that they moved to the. But I can like the moon bow part of the story, so to speak. It's my version of it.
A relatively young elf. Like why? I mean, like.
No, but not that it affects them individually. It's a place and a phenomena and all of that, so to speak. Okay. But it's different. So yeah.
Yeah,
it's called the Fey Mysteries for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, and then it even gets worse. He even deals with the mage Philidor.
Oh yeah, that Philidor is kind of boring. So yeah.
Well, yeah.
Well, they needed a Gandalf too. So yeah.
Did they? And
I think yeah. Well, he was British or an Englishman, so yeah. Or Welsh or something.
Took some stuff too far for me. All right, this is one of my favorites in here. Charnlin, I love this character. She's a human, so she doesn't have to worry about the freaking moon bow. Okay, 11th level ranger. For some reason, look at the alignment: neutral good and then chaotic good in parentheses. She is the one that has the Tiergs. She has a fortress right off the raising line. Right at the end of it, like she's like at the very end of that raising line in the border of the Vespi. She's also a knight of the high. She's knight of Furiundi. I put her as a knight of the high forest, though, just for role play purposes. But yeah, so she's got some high level assistance. She's only 29 years old. Her castle's a daunting, eerie place, so it's pretty cool. Yeah. And she's a Swan May. It's a cool mix. It's a real cool mix.
The elf in my current campaign, I made a knight of the high forest.
Beautiful.
After we got through that Throne of Bayous adventure.
Yeah.
Saved the Vespi.
Yeah, that is, you go deeper and deeper, and
I don't think I've used any.
That adventure. That was a good event. What level were they when they did? 13th.
13th.
Yeah, it's for like up to 15th level, isn't it?
Yeah. So that was lower in 5e.
Yeah, it was a second edition one, so. Yeah, BB, another blue wizard, that's all we need. Yeah. So. But she's one of my favorites of all time, and she's a ranger. So, now my guess is, Dale, I'm going to take a guess here, that Living Greyhawk killed her, because I didn't hear anything from her about her at all. They tend to kill all my female heroines from the end of the second edition era.
Yeah.
They go through a whole bunch of them that fit these classes, and they kill them all. So it looks like they cheesed the stats and Mark Lynch to make.
Got to make room for all them player characters.
Yeah.
Whose
that
stats
leveled
did they
up
cheese? Whose stats did they cheese, Sam? You're talking about? Yeah. All right. So those are 2 out of here. Baron Xanthan of Willop, he's a 7th level fighter. There you go. There's a lot of paladins in here, and the Grand Admiral Rosen, Commander of the Royal Fury Navy, 15th level fighter. Oh. Mauritian Declan, 9th level fighter. General command of the forces in the march along the Vang. So isn't that Starfort on the Vang, Anna? Castle Hart?
Oh, you mean Castle Hart? Yeah. Yep. It's in the up in the where the
I know it's right where something else is.
But Crystal River flows into the Vang.
Right,
that's where it is.
Isn't there something there from?
It's by Duke Port Valur is there too, and stuff.
What's the other adventure? Not Patriots of York. What's the other one?
Oh, Border Watch. Yeah.
Yeah. There's 2 things right in the same spot.
Yeah. It's up there too. Yeah.
Okay. So there's some pretty good ones in here. But you're right. Not a single Cavalier anywhere. And you don't know about the Paladins. So let's go to Greyhawk Adventures and find out what they did. City Greyhawk box set. Because we're going to go to the beautiful people section.
Reading what Sam wrote makes me think. So if you're a fallen paladin, you become a fighter, correct?
Yeah.
What if it's a high level fighter? Can they become a paladin and then have all their levels converted over to paladin?
I guess they're up
the opposite
to the
direction.
Deity. Well, up to the deity, in my opinion.
Sam, yeah, and the Fishy Greyhawk box set, he's a fighter, isn't he? Because he's too dumb to be a paladin. He's got 6 intelligence. Yeah. So major editing fail. So no. You're not going there with the editing fail. You're not going there. You can't have it both ways. Okay, I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. If that is correct, and Sergeant also in Eyes Evil says now that Clavdra is worshiping Loth, that's an editing fail to me. And I can't. Everyone says no, it's not. She switched sides. Well, you can't have it both ways. So he's either a paladin now, or Clavdra's not worshiping Loth now, still Elder Elemental God. Yeah, see. I thought paladins had a 10 intelligence minimum, Sam. Oh, a 2E. Oh, God.
Do they need intelligence?
I think they had to have 10 intelligence in 1E. How can you have like 4 intelligence to be a paladin? Yeah. So love changes who she serves in the Gourd books. You can't have it both ways, Sam. I won that discussion. Right. Sergeant did a lot of that stuff. Yeah. All right, let's go to beautiful people here.
I'm with you, Rob.
What? It all sucks?
No, that paladins just have to be obedient, not smart.
Exactly. Then why do they necessarily have to be smart?
I don't want to say something's going to get me a 30-day ban, so I'm going to just keep on.
Uh-oh. Dang.
Have you started something here?
I don't use any terms that are not politically correct, okay?
Gotcha.
Here's Arthur. Arthur Jakartai is 11th level. So he went from 11th level fighter to 16th level paladin. Okay? His stats are the same. No, his charisma's 8 here. So somehow his charisma changed in that book too. Look, charisma 8. So
yeah, but that's something that paladins need. Yeah.
There's no charisma stat in there in the Marklands. That's messed up. I didn't even see that. All right, so here's one of my favorites of all time, and the picture for them is right here. All right, so that's Artur, and that's Valderess of Sharn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Strutting down this procession.
Yep. This is when the Bandit Kingdoms and Horde Society mysteriously take over the Shieldlands for a week or two.
Is that mysterious? They simply barged in and knocked down the door and took over the place. Not
then
mysterious.
When did Ayuz take it over?
No, he inherited the takeover. Yeah, in my opinion. Yeah.
That's not what From the Ashes says.
No, I know, but that's political propaganda. You know that.
And sometimes you can just, I understand you're busting. Sometimes you can just say the writing effing sucked back then because they didn't read.
Yeah, that's why I came up with my own version that makes more sense. So I agree, but I try to be diplomatic and say not that the writing sucks.
Sam, there's a lot of editing fails. There's a lot. There's a lot of editing fails.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't really. The story doesn't really make sense as written, so I needed to change it.
It doesn't.
Yep.
I'm
sure there are other ways you can sort that out if you want to, but I have my idea on how to sort it out.
We were so confused. So confused by it. I'm like, well,
it took me 20 years to figure out how, and now I figured out how in my campaign.
It took me 10 years. I'm sorry to go on this soapbox. It took me 10 years after From the Ashes came out to figure out how to incorporate it all into my game.
Yeah, so, I incorporate some of it, but some of it did make sense, so I ignored it. Now I figured out how I want it to make sense. So yeah.
I was today years old when I heard of this change.
Really? Which one?
What you just talked about, the Jakartai level
difference. Fighter to a paladin?
Yeah, this is news to me.
He went up 5 levels.
Well, he leveled up. He's a tough guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And changed classes.
Yeah. In my campaign, he's also a secret lover of Katarina.
She's dating someone with a 6 intelligence?
Well, he kind of she needs some outlet sometimes. Yeah,
that would have to be one of them.
That's like statutory.
He's loyal. He's loyal as a whatever. No, he doesn't have 6 in my campaign. He has a bit more, but he's not the smartest guy in the shed.
Okay.
But he's the coolest guy, and he's also very loyal. He's been there the whole time, and
That'd
he lost
his very worst kept secret.
And you realize that she's a dragon, so she has different needs. Yeah.
So Valderess of Sharn, who Artur is in love with. I guess he throws all that out the window.
Yeah, and then she dies, and
she doesn't die because once again in my campaign, I'm not. Oh, your campaign. Okay,
I got you.
I'm not killing her off.
So okay, I did.
Just because it snapped my finger and all these great characters die in From the Ashes. Hey, Tiffany.
Hello.
We're gonna have some fun coming up.
But he's one of the best. He's a really good fighter, though, a warrior or whatever, a paladin or whatever class he is. In my campaign, he definitely is.
He's definitely a Knight of the Holy Shielding.
Yes, and he's very, loyal too. Yeah. But then he did the same journey as Katarina. Went to Furyundi, worked his way up through the war, and now he's the Count of Crystal Reach. Yeah.
Yeah. True, Gary. True. But I love this though. He's 355 pounds, but he refused to go to Furyundi at first because Valderessa didn't want to go there. She went to Greyhawk instead. So Valderessa is 6'1", and he's like 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, I have it. He's almost 7 feet. Yeah.
So she is one of the most senior of the 6 Knights of the Holy Shielding in Greyhawk. Paladin. Here we go, Paladin, and her stats are not high enough here to be a Cavalier Paladin. So she's definitely a fighter Paladin, right? It looks like during this time, because this came out well after Arcana, a sergeant said, "I'm just not using it. I'm not following that rule." Mike, that's what it looks like. But she has full plate like a Cavalier Paladin would, so. She also has, the composite longbow. That's right from the Dragon 72 article as well. So, So, well, Valderess is another one that gets killed off. In the From the Ashes. Right. And Archer goes insane because his love of his life is dead. I have her and a human version of Katarina, and Marco's character, David Gradavis II, now are the three oligarchs that run the Shieldlands, the free Shieldlands now.
Yeah.
They're on their last 5-year term. So, and after that, then they have to give it up to someone else. So, yeah, pretty interesting. But Fighter Paladin combo makes no sense. Are you talking about dual class? Gary, we're just talking about Paladin subclass of fighter like in first edition. That's all I'm talking about. We're not talking about a fighter / Paladin dual class. All right, so there's some good ones there. Let me see who else we got here. If there's any others in this beautiful people section. Nope. How about here? Cursed ones. Many. So this Varme is a fighter mage. This is the one that gets cursed with and becomes a really bad person because of an artifact he finds. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hey man, see you, Sparky. I hate when the love of my life gets killed for plot shakeup. Savage, thank you.
Yeah.
I do too. So here's retired gladiator Blaine Winterguard, fighter 8. Yep. Venus, no blog, nope. Lots of the others. I'm just looking for freelance thief, bandit, blackmailer, Skandar Gunderson. He's a fighter. Hails from the Bandit Kingdoms, having been raised in Rift Crag by a surly drunken father. So, another one. Another band. See, they call them bandits here. Remember, there's no bandit class officially in D&D. So, fighter 4. So, all right. I'm losing my hearing. Is it the sound low? Did my sound go down?
No, it's good. You sound better. At least on Zoom. Oh, okay.
It may have. I'm not sure. I would make them start as first level Paladins routine. Yeah, Gary. I would never dual class. Yeah. That way. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah. So definitely did not want to give St. Cargus Sergeant started a love hook. If he's a basketball paladin, he's a Lord Soth has that, right?
Yeah.
Lord Soth has the love interest. It's very Anakin Skywalker-ish. It really is.
Yeah, it's a classic story. So yeah.
It is, but it almost feels like they took Anakin Skywalker off of Soth. It's very similar. Yeah, Gary, I kind of I don't, side slipping and creating your own Radoff plane because you're so evil. I don't know. I'd rather have him run around. I'd rather have that character running around frickin' Dragonlance, So, but are there other Death Knights and Dragonlance behind him? I don't know.
I haven't played enough.
Yeah, I'm not.
I don't have the experience.
I'm not sure either.
Yeah.
Gary, the character I couldn't stand was Tanis. I think he was the biggest sap of them all. In there, I didn't like him at all. And then, so I'm not going to badmouth authors because Tiffany's listening and she'll think, "Oh, you're going to badmouth my writing too." I wouldn't do that. And to your face, just kidding, Tiffany. I'm just joking, just a joke. But yeah, I can learn a lot about Ari Salvatore. All right, Mike, you got any? Because I can keep on rolling here if you want.
Let's talk about to the low front hanging fruit since we got Gary on here now.
Where?
To the low hanging fruit.
You go for it.
The rulers of the world of Greyhawk.
Yep.
That are fighters, paladins, rangers.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
you mentioned Belvor earlier.
Yeah, Belvor. Yeah, absolutely.
When you were going through Marklands, but
let me go to the original 1980 version, I guess, because we need to find out what their. Oh no, we can go to the box set, right? Because there's a
Lithography has a list.
Yeah, what page is that? Do you remember?
I do not remember.
Okay.
Yeah, Gary, Kimberto, Scotty, Duke, Carl. Also,
Ranger Lords, yes.
Walgar of Thistle is a ranger. High level ranger. And I didn't know that.
Kimberto Scotty is the one that comes to mind for me.
The rulers of Perrinland and Radek are also rangers. High level
Makes
rangers.
total sense. Yeah.
I just want to see if I can find that.
So I was doing a little bit of research on this for my own amusement today.
Yeah.
And, without going into any detail
what
on,
page that was on?
no. It's kind of in the middle. Remember, it's got the picture of the king on the horse. It's after the encounter tables, but
after the encounter tables,
but before the adventures.
All right, and there's is it in glossography?
Glossography, the smaller one, book 2.
Okay, there we go. I'm in the right book now. All right, just looking to see. I do for some reason. There we go. All right, we're here. Woo! All right, Ernst, Duchy of Ernst, Carl. Yep. 12th.
Duke Carl. Yeah.
Duke Carl, 12th.
As far as I could find, Belvoir was the only paladin ruler in 576.
Yeah, 14th. Yeah, Perlin, candidate cantons of Franz. Okay, Ranger 15th. Lexinol, Ratic, Archbarony, Ranger 13.
Yep.
Wow. Lots of Rangers too.
A lot.
Yeah. IA, Duchy of 10, Fighter 12th. That's good. The Yeomanry guy looks like a dual class. Fighter 10, Clark 5.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Looks like a dual class there. Wolfric Verbermonk, Fighter. Is High Folk here? High Folk. Lofton Grayston. That's Druid 12. Yeah.
So I was bored at work today and I did something kind of weird. I didn't have time to make a map of it like I usually do, but I went through the glossography, so the 576 rulers, and I went through the Living Guard Gazetteer rulers.
Yeah.
591. And I did a non-scientific, just off the cuff average of what the level of rulers are in the Greyhawk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Off this. Let me guess. 11.
So fighter, paladin, ranger.
Have they gone?
Fighter, paladin, ranger's higher. 12th.
They must have gone up significantly.
13th.
13th. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So now.
Ranger. Yeah. That's yeah.
Clerics and druids.
10.
11.
Okay. That's just a guess.
You're always in the neighborhood. Wizards.
9.
Exactly. Very low. And then finally thieves.
That's probably heard 11, like 13.
11.
10.
Okay.
10. Damn.
I was only up by 1 on every one. I got 1.
That's 1E. All right.
Yeah.
So now our 3rd edition Living Guard Gazetteer.
Yeah.
Fighters.
15.
Yeah.
It's still 13.
Oh, is it still 13?
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
It was uncanny. It was actually 12.7. I rounded up.
Okay.
And they were it was 12.7 for both of them somehow.
Dude, maybe they make a lot of changes.
Clerics.
It's got to be higher.
Yeah.
We're going to say 13 again.
No, they went from 11th level to 17th level.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Holy
Wizards also went
up to like
from
15.
9th level to 13th
13,
level.
okay.
And finally, rogues went from 10th level to
13.
12.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. So, the Living
That's cool.
Greyhawk Gazetteer raised a lot of levels, except for fighters. Fighters stayed the same.
Interesting. That's a good point. So, no, I'm not going to mention someone I don't want to mention on the stream. A character.
Uh-oh.
Gets to the Z.
And the only reason why I started looking into that was because on this page you're looking at the classography, there are a lot of fighters. There are a lot of high-level fighters. Yeah. I always thought to myself, well, you don't need to be a high-level character NPC to rule a country, right? But evidently, by this list, you do.
Well, what happened here is the demi-humans who are multi-class are level limited out. That's why they're capped, right? And the humans aren't. So, so most of the fighters are those straight class fighters are humans. Most of the lower ones, if they're multi-class, are fight. Like here, Olenstek Quran, fighter 9, thief 12. He's capped out on fighter, but not thief, right? So that's why, and third edition that goes away. So, hey, Patrick.
That makes sense.
Yeah, third level. So you'll see more demi-humans with higher levels coming up in third edition.
Right.
Yep. So that's good. It's good analysis there, man. Really good analysis.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Let's see what else we got here. Cobb Dark has a question mark next to him.
Right. So no data. Of course, by them being evasive about his levels and everything, that really pushes you towards the fact that he's not character class type. You know what I mean?
Right. He's something else.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting. I always went away from that too. And my game, Yolan, I think is 7-15.
Yeah, Yolan.
Yeah, 7-11's too low.
Valley of the Mage.
That's a dragon.
Is it I think on that page it's question mark. Right. Question mark. In the Living Guard Gazetteer, it's 20. They put a wizard 20.
Is Jaren the one in the Living Guard Gazetteer? Okay.
Yeah. Right. So that's another one, it's kind of pushing the numbers up. Because they gave definition to it.
Right, and then someone actually also gave definition to it in Veil of the Mage too, even though he doesn't appear at all in the adventure. Why was it lame on that, Gary? You wrote that stuff. Boo to the authors. Oh man, are you slamming yourself? So, by the way, sad day at Paizo. They laid off. They had to lay off 12 people.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
Oh, it was the diamond distributor debacle that happened last year. That took a lot of they went bust and they took over the
$10 million.
They hijacked their books and stuff. So they lost several $1 million of inventory and stuff, or it's caught up in the bankruptcy whatever scam, and the last word is probably not said yet, but I guess the losses have already been incurred, so they have to restructure. But yeah,
that's just messed up.
Yep.
So good job on that, Mike. That's some great analysis. I really appreciate it. Is this the right book? Yeah. All right, let's go to one of my other favorite paladins. We got to go to. We're in the From the Ashes. And you're good when something else. Oh look, there's the Doom Grinder before it really goes bad. See, you want to talk about the worst rewrite? Anna, let's talk about the worst rewrite ever. Yes. All right, there's the mountain storing keeping the Mountaineer Militia rider, which is awesome. But here we go. So much so that I actually have a published source person from this actually in the joust every year, and usually Alex plays that character. And this is Karastein's Castle, right? Karastine is a 12th level paladin of Vernius, right? And she's got some of the most powerful adventurers with her.
Yeah, we have to mention that her castle is in the southern Aborals Mountains bordering the Bright Desert.
I can bring that up too.
Yeah, what's her backstory?
Well, I will tell you in a second here, and I'll tell you that
Yeah, Dale, that's been an ongoing
No. Yeah. So
See, Jay has an opinion.
Oh, the
Yeah.
are.
she is so loved by me.
Mm-hmm.
No, so loved by me that they didn't kill her once in Living Greyhawk. They killed her twice permanently.
Yep.
Okay, they couldn't do it just one time. They had to do it twice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's just wonderful. Yeah, good. Call a druid. Yeah, Rob Alert killed her. Rob Kuntz is like, I asked Rob, and Rob's like, what? No. And that shit. I remember he said that shit never happened. Uh, her soul is stuck in a Athenian short sword. I don't even know what a Athenian short sword is. Don't even know what that is there, Dale. Yep. Oh, you only live twice. Yes, especially in Living Greyhawk. You're lucky if you got a second chance. So there it is. Now in my game, she's well and alive. And there, notice she controls some of the area around, right overlooking Rari in the Bright Desert, which is cool. So yeah, really neat. Near this large hole in the ground that Anna has a meteor hit. Um, Rob, it is what it is. It so it holds a soul. The best thing you can do is you use the Living Grail gas tier at that point and you start from there. It's a good jumping off point 591, right? So holds the soul of a dying person is in contact with us. Okay. Yeah.
So what was her deal? Was she a ex-adventurer?
Let me go back. Let me go back.
Active adventurer?
Yeah.
Why is she not up in the Shieldlands fighting?
Because she's not a Shieldlander.
Okay.
She's not a Shieldlander. Look, so she's got a lot of elves with her. It never said where she was from, and she got this 13th level Elven Cheyenne Storm-handed, and then Gesheron's the guy I got. He's a fighter. He actually last year won. A damn weirdo Wayne used this character to win the joust last year. Yeah, bodyguard come bedfellow is Gesheron, and Alex just used Gesheron at concoction in the joust as well. Visitors warn that Cheyenne is hot-tempered, easy to defend. Vayne has a startling range of magical items at disposal. And she's got a huge amount. Look at this. Ranger trackers, dwarf stonemasons, gnomish armors, half-elf Fletcher, and Barra is a gold dragon. Her parents sent her to Karastan to serve as a companion and learn more of human ways. So she actually has a gold dragon polymorphed into a human. And what level is she supposed to be, Barra? I think she's like 10th. Yeah. So her mission here is seeking out powerful evil monsters in the Aberrals and destroying them. So there you go. Karastan group of wealthy adventurers. So she's an adventurer. Let me see if it says where she. I don't think it says. The Greyhawk militia leave her alone. She helps out the Mountaineer militia to rest at her keep. We had an adventure where she invited in party members from our group in, and then they went into the area here because there's missions here. Tarth Morta, Marstafel, there's a lot of missions in this area that you can find. There's also this, oh God, I forget the name of it. Anyone remember this one? There's a mission at Lord Ellis's outpost. So that's why it's on there. So, yeah, they played this already. That's interesting. What's up? What's up, Rachel? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so there's a whole bunch of adventuring you can do in this area, right in this Aberrals area. Yep. And the Ernst is guarding against this area too, but she's one of my favorites. So, like I said, a lot of my favorites. Let's kill her off. Yeah. So. Oh, really? Lord Ellis got killed in your game, Rob? That's funny.
So she's not within the domain of Greyhawk. She's
no, they don't.
Unclaimed area.
They according to the writings here, they have an informal understanding that she rules all territory within 10 miles of her castle and is not asked to pay any tribute to Greyhawk. Yep. So, and she gives the Mountaineer Militia, which is Greyhawk based, Stormkeep, and the Mountaineer Militia rest there. People should not be precious about characters is the death of design. If death is earned, embrace it. Gary, there's two different thoughts on that, right? That's fine. Just don't mess with my campaign. You know? Which is why I always stay away from having published source characters go out and fight these battles. I don't have Tensor fighting IUs or any of that crazy stuff.
No, it's tough because then you might have to replace them every second campaign or something.
Yeah,
so,
and then you lose that you lose that innate flavor of Greyhawk itself, right? So and that's it.
That's something you should do every decade or something like that. You can do it. Yeah, in a long-term campaign.
Stories die, but when I do have everyone die on the right side of the map. So, yeah, canon is poison to RPG settings. Yeah, so that's why I started 624. Remove that urge. I know, and that's it. It's just it's my beef. They're alive in my game. It's that simple. Stuff didn't happen. So it's all good. Doesn't matter. But that's one of my favorites, and that's a paladin for you. I'm assuming she's a fighter paladin. It just doesn't say, right? We just don't. And the girl who's forgot runs Greyhawk, where and that's what happens. And I've had deaths. I've had a lot of deaths in my campaign. A lot of characters permanently have died. Yep. Published source. I prefer published source over canon. It's all good. All right. So, what other low-hanging fruit do you got, Mike or Anna?
This is kind of.
I mean.
Yeah, we have a Karn from our Real Devin campaign. He was a paladin from IU's, even the Undying, and of House Darman. Yeah, he was Prince Carvin's nephew, I think. Yeah. And he so he's one of the high lords of House Darman. Oh, sorry, no, is
what's his name?
From the sorry, not Darman. Hang on a second. Karn. Yeah, hang on a second. He's Karn. Yeah, Crandon is so he's yeah.
How do you spell
it? Karn. Karn Serand is his name. Yeah.
Karn. Yeah. I was just having Karn. Here we go.
He's Marquis, meaning he's the head of the marshland of
didn't come up. KRN?
Yep.
Didn't come. Oh, a 31. Holy sh.
Yep. So he is the head of the when Almor fell
apart. No.
Karn Serand. Yep. Marquis Karn Serand. Yep. But anyway, so he was appointed by the prince.
There he is.
Yeah, the head of Real Devin, Prince Carvin. Yep. So he is the he's a lord of House Crandon, and when Almor fell apart, the southern part around Shathold and stuff was taken by United Kingdom of Elissa and became a marshland under the Real Devin. So it was basically Real Devin. He took it. Karn took it, and then it became part of the Crandon lands. So they took over, and Nyrond took so it was basically the Thelly, the Harp River became the border between Nyrond and Real Devin and United Kingdom of Elissa. So that southern part that used to belong to Chathold became a marshland, and it was basically destroyed during the wars. So so the House Crandon took it on. Karn became the Marquis, meaning he's the lord of a marshland, so to speak.
Okay.
And a marshland simply means that it's martial rule. It's not rule normally. It's a military rule. And I have it that usually means in organized countries, that means that borderlands and stuff like that are run by military for one reason or the other. This is simply to restore it, to kill off the whatever the leftovers from the war, and to establish the rule of law, basically, to offer protection and stuff like that. And then eventually it will be a barony or something of inside. It will be a province inside Reldeven.
What time frame did that happen?
That happened during the Greyhawk Wars, so in the late 80s. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So then he took over.
Like 586 to 591.
Yeah, exactly. Somewhere late 80s, early 90s there. So yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, so he was one of the major NPCs in my Reldeven campaign, and he's one of the really good guys, so to speak. He hangs out he has his base in a castle Goldbolt that is just east of Shathold. And he has a storm giant. A female storm giant is guarding the castle when he's out doing adventuring and stuff like that. So yeah.
Somewhere here, right?
Yep, a bit north. Go north. Shathold. Yeah, there you go. A little bit north and west.
Oh.
There you go.
Goldbolt.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tell you how much
I know. Shathold is in ruins, so yep. Mm-hmm.
It is? How come it's not a ruin mark there?
Because it's your map. On my map.
When's it get destroyed?
Yes. During the war.
Oh.
Yeah. But in Almor, it was the capital of Almor, so it got destroyed with Almor. Shathold was the seat of power.
Goldbolt's still here?
Oh, Goldbolt was built up after the war. It's his fortress, his keep that he built in order to control the area. So Goldbolt is built.
They don't rebuild Shathold. Okay.
Oh, they will, but first he needed a base of operations, and the reason he built it there, in my opinion, is that there is a major bridge across the Harp is there. So he built it there so he can control that crossings and stuff like that. It's a way of maintaining, because Karn has very good relations with the new regime in Nyrond, with the new king of Nyrond. So it's kind of a secret alliance, and the Overking in meaning Sevener in Alyssa, he's starting to understand it, but he doesn't want to start a civil war against Reldeven, because he's sure he could win it, but it will be too expensive. And all his high lords in Darman, they're filthy rich merchants and stuff. They say no, it's bad for business. So the problem is not that they can't defeat Reldeven. They could. The problem is that then they will piss off Nyrond, and Nyrond is the biggest trading partner. So that means that. And so Reldeven is playing, Carven is playing high. He's secretly allying himself more and more with Nyrond, and knowing so he can join on the trading partner and stuff. That's like a double insurance, both against being dominated by either Savener or Nyrond. He trusts Nyrond because they're much more good-hearted. He knows that Savener is a really nasty guy at night, so to speak. So he knows it. But Carven, he's part of the old school. He and his family has done this for centuries. So they're holding on. And now Carven felt like he lost his country, but he gained a province. So his lands are now bigger than they were before the war, significantly bigger. And he got a port city, so he's going to hold on to it. So that means that he's also a little bit worried that Nyrond might take the land. So he's, or at least want to dominate it. So he plans to build his port city in Shathold afterwards, but he doesn't get the funds right now. So first he needs to get the area controlled, and then he needs to make sure that there are enough people that can come and settle it, because he needs inhabitants, and he needs to be able to draw them in from others, because the number of babies and young folks in Reldeven is not big enough to build a new metropolis, and he can't lessen the population in Reldeven significantly, because that is next door to Savener, so he needs everybody he can able-body in Reldeven to defend it if Savener gets on the warpath. So he's so that means that he needs to really be a country where he wants immigration. He wants young folks to come and settle and stuff. So he needs able-bodied men, and so he's opening his coffers and paying hard gold in order he's boosting his economy by indebting himself for the future to build this and to build Shathold. And so he's starting to promise people that, oh, you can come and settle there, you will be protected, you will get a starting fee and money and stuff like that, and so on. So yeah. So he's starting to see if he can. So it's a gamble. It might pay off, and he might be one of the big lords over there, or he might indebt himself over the a bit too much, and he might go under with it. So it's a gamble. Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Otto. Oh, is that where?
Well, yeah, Otto is from not from Devon, but he is from. Hang on a second. No, he's from Aldridge.
Okay.
And Aldridge is part of the Crandon lands, so he's a Crandon. Yep.
PB, it's pretty simple. No one thought of it at that time.
Yep. Oh, this is a lot of sergeantisms, so to speak. So, but this is an area where I feel called Sergeant didn't screw up as bad as it did.
It sounds pretty good. I like
he really, yeah, exactly. He really, and then I built on top of what he did, because the marshland of Ulmore and the marshland of Shathold and stuff, that's Carl Sargent in Ivy the Undying, and then I kind of built the political intrigue on top of that base lore, so to speak. Yeah.
And then Ivy the Undying never came out. It came out in bits and pieces and dragons, and then
no, yeah, there were hinted rumors that it was going to come out, and there were some rumors in that rumor section, and then they released it as a Word document, basically, and then people turned that into good PDFs and there were a couple of maps and images released in Dragon magazine that was supposed to have been, but it was supposed to have been published when TSR went bust, so that's why they released it online. So we have it. That's the good thing. We have it.
It seems like it's very, very well done.
Oh yeah, because it's one of these like Marklands, I Use the Evil, and Even the Undying. Those are phenomenal source books for Greyhawk. So it covers the eastern part. So yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Yep.
Crazy. All right. Good one, Anna. Because I would have never known about that one.
Yep. So he's one of them there. Let's see.
Oh, I know one, Anna, that you like.
Okay.
Let's go to I Is the Evil. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Hello, Bill.
What's up, Bill? Lands I use. That's I'm looking for the shield lands. Here. Fort Bradford. Warder. Hornlands. That's it. The Hornlands. Shield lands. Ringland. Okay. So at this point, and they're listed here. Anna has a thing with Ringland, and she even has a heraldry for it.
Yes. Yep.
Right. And so there's
I made up the story for my Shieldlands campaign. Yep.
Yeah, and there's like a series of towers. There's this bad antipathy, some spell that even like any evil creatures can't even go in. And there's two in here.
I modified that story. I made a different story, but with the same outcome, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the two that are in there currently is there is a paladin, Sir Jansen Reyneld, and then there's a ranger, Sir Harmon Delavan.
Yep.
Right, and they're both so they're in here under the characters, and they're not that high level. Like one's 8th, one's 6th, if I recall.
Yep. But I have it that they leveled up because they were in there a few years and they were fighting so hard against them. Yeah, and I also have it that there were a bunch of others there, so to speak. So and Katarina, when she took over the order, she figured out and that they were there. So she sent the first rescue mission, and then she said, "Can you please stay?" So she basically gave them reinforcements, and so she had a base behind IUCN lines, and therefore she maintained it, and they were so savage and tough that the IUCN simply just ran around them. So they were like, no, we're not going to go there and get our heads chopped off again, so to speak. So they basically, because Shieldlands is big, they don't have to take and that is one of the least populated areas of Shieldlands. It's basically wilderness out there. So they simply, we skip that part. But occasionally they stumble in there anyway, and then so they get their heads chopped off and stuff. So they become a rumor inside the IUCNs that there are some nasty up in Ringland. So yeah.
So there is
I think I have the story written up on my blog somewhere, I think.
Yeah, if you find it.
I think, yeah, I'll see if I can find it. Yeah.
So here's Ringland, and the Gradavis estate is ruined. That is buddy Marco's, the Gradavis family. They're all Knights of Ulick. David Gradavis is married to Ashley Winchester, and she is
Hang on a second.
David
Let's see if I can.
Dual class Paladin cleric. Right. Yeah. A lot of the Gradavises have died permanently.
Yep.
So, and that's David Gradavis there.
Yeah.
But their estate is ruined, and that's right near Ringland.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Yep. Didn't I post this? I thought I did.
You may have.
I thought I posted it because I posted it with the heraldry, but maybe I didn't post the whole story. Let's see here. So, yeah.
So, but there you go. That's a paladin and a ranger in the published source part of that. So,
yeah.
In that area of.
Yeah, I tied part of it. It's tied into I have it that you have Yesena Reyneld. I invented her. She's part of the Reyneld clan that I didn't invent. That's part of so I took that. And Jansen Reyneld was one of them from this. And then Sir Harman Delavan. And so then I took and wove a story around those kind of few little entries, so to speak. And
the cool thing about the Shieldlands is a wide deviation because everyone's like, what are they going to tell their story post-war?
Yeah.
So before From the Ashes came out, I kind of went on the Bandit Kingdom's Horn Society thing finally, and then I get done this whole big mega campaign, and then 4 months later, From the Ashes comes out and it gets wiped. So it was frustrating. But before that was the defense of, and Curtis, if you're on, Brett, if you're on, Tiffany, if you're on, the defense of Fortress Elendar, our 24-hour stream, right there. Yes. So, yep. There it
is.
I
also have it in my campaign. One of the characters were actually the son of Jason Reyneld and stuff.
Cool.
So so two of them actually they were siblings, and they were adopted by another family because and what happened was that Jason Reyneld and Yesena Reyneld, they were married and they got kids. They got 2 kids. They sent them out because they stayed behind and fought, and then send their kids away to grow up in safety. And that was one of the stories. And Katarina knew about it, so she knew that they were really noble in that sense, and their parents. And so that was part of the story. So they kind of figured that out as the campaign went along, so to speak. Yeah.
Cool.
Well, the Katarina figured it out because Katarina didn't know it initially either, so to speak. So Katarina figured 2 and 2 together. So yeah. So that was part of the campaign, was for them to figure out their background and to help Katarina to puzzle it together for them too. So yeah. But we haven't gotten back to Ringland, because that was my idea, for them to go back to Ringland, meet their parents, and fight along them and their background. But we haven't gotten there yet. So
there's really nothing out there.
No, that's part of it. It's very much. I have it that area is that there are few settlers who live there, so to speak, and it's basically a lot of prairie. The soil are poor because it's kind of high elevation, going towards the White Plume Mountain and stuff. So there is it's poor soils in some areas, and there are the occasional patch of good soil. So there are few areas for real agriculture. So most of them are goat herders and they herd cattle and stuff like that. And so they live there, and then they are semi-nomadic. So in the summer when the weather is good and so on and so forth, they are out there with their herds, and then they bring them in for market, for slaughter and stuff like that in fall and winter. And when the weather gets bad, or if so Ringeland is one of these old Flan settlements from there, and that's
Yes,
why I have
Gary.
it. Yeah.
Oh, per capita maybe, but like,
yeah.
I still think it's well, it depends on what edition once again, because
Yeah.
I have
Per
a knight.
capita, I think they have. Yeah.
Well, you have Paladins, you have Cavaliers, you have Knights of the Holy Shielding, and they're all separate class. And that's 5th edition too. You're going to see that in the 5th
Yeah.
edition book, because that's where we're going to
Yeah.
start. So
yeah, in my campaign, I think Shieldlands probably has the highest number of divine warriors, so to speak, meaning warriors that can smite and do stuff like that. Yeah.
Paladin specifically, I'm thinking Furundi has more.
Per capita, per capita, I'm saying, yeah, exactly. But in absolute numbers, it's definitely Furundi. Yes, I agree.
Shieldlands has an entire chalice that makes people into paladins.
Yeah, I love it. Chalice. It's a great item. Yep. Chalice of the Shieldlands. Yep. Yeah, great. It's in the Greyhawk Adventures. It's a wonderful item. Look it up. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I invented some. I invented Katarina's successor in being King Belvor's bodyguard. I invented Sir Arlen Pirtena. He's the Knight of the Heart, and he's one of the current swordmaster in Knight of the Heart, meaning he's the most capable warrior of all the Knights of the Heart. And the honorary position you get is to be the king's bodyguard. And Katarina used to have that job, and then she became field marshal of Furundi and that campaign, and then now she's commander of Shieldlands. So her successor is Sir Arlen Pirtena, and he's a 18th level kind of warrior that can smite and stuff. And I had him when I ran the playtest with 15 to 18 level and 15 to 20th level. I think he was 18th level, so he was among the highest levels. So that is the one of the highest one. Hang on a second, I could probably. And then we have a couple of other ones. Yeah, Jakarta we talked about. Lyndon Bowden. He was Katarina's earlier previous commander of the Knight of the Holy Shielding. He took over when the whole fell down, so to speak, and after the war fell down, a lot of them were corrupt and didn't want to fight, and so on and so forth. The Bowden tried to rally it and get it back up again. He didn't really succeed, but he held Critwall in my campaign. And then Katarina came and took over the order again, and then he stepped down. So now he's effectively the mayor of Critwall and the local commander there, so to speak. And his name is Lyndon Bowden. He's the Lord of Critwall, and he's the honored commander of the Shield.
You didn't take any of the published source characters out of Bastion of Faith?
Oh, yes, but they are history for the most part. Yeah. Okay. What happened in Bastion of the Faith, that's long time ago. Yeah. That's a long time ago. That was the history of and some of it is meaning we have Arthur Jakartai and he's around, but he's now so some of it is there, but the story of the religions and stuff, that's a lot of legends and back in the day, so to speak. And then I have Sir Mylan Uvilsvale. He's another holder of the heart. And he's the commander of Redoubt, whatever you say, that fortress that is north of Chendel. And he's a Baron of Erstin. That's the barony that I call Erstin. That is Lake Erstin is there. So that is another guy that is really powerful. And then I have General Mauritian de Clen. He is the Lord
That's
of
published source.
Iber, yes,
That's the
he's
published
published
source
source.
name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
And he's the Lord of Iberan, and he's a general in the Belvor's army, so to speak. So he's and then I have Tidrus Derwent, the Baron of Aragorn. He's is one of the baronies Easton. Those are, and then we have Santham Butrain of Willip. He's another one I think that is published source.
Yeah,
But
I went over him.
I invented a few to kind of sprinkle in there because then I can kill some and I can add in, so to speak. So there's a tradition.
Is heck.
Yeah. Yeah. But one that was really cool was Arlen Pirtena. I really liked him. He's cool. He's 18th level paladin, and he's or like warrior with that can smite, and he can really smite. Yeah.
Cool.
And he can cast some spells and stuff too, and he can also sneak attack and cut people's head off from behind if he needs to. So he's a brute in anything combat. You know in Hawk Tales you don't have classes, meaning he knows every dirty trick there is to stay alive in a battlefield. So if he comes behind you with a dagger, he will cut your head off. That's yeah. So he doesn't always fight fair, meaning he fights fair until the enemy don't fight fair. Then he doesn't fight fair. Then he will cut the head off. And he's one of these that normally he carries a sword. But if the enemy come in, then he takes out the battle axe, and that means that there's no rules. He will kill whatever is around. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm just gonna ask this question.
Yeah.
Audience, what paladin class backstabbed in first edition?
Oh.
Had backstab ability. It was a paladin.
Was that
the correct, only one Bill? The anti-paladin. He doesn't sound lawful good. Yeah. Rex, Bill. The anti-paladin was able to backstab back in the day. Yeah, I would have never even thought of that.
In Hawk Tales, anyone can learn. You just need to be reasonably dexterous and have a proficiency with small weapons and stuff, and then you can learn how to sneak attack.
One quick
and you can learn how to snipe too. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, you're good. The Greyhawk estate here.
Yep.
Tied in published source adventure to that location.
Oh, yes. There you go.
Yeah, treasure. So we go to page 60. And this is a good way to have, there's a paladin in this who's dying. And that is, this is a two-parter. We haven't done the second part yet. Faces Xenos. This is crossing into steel and treasures of Greyhawk. Whoops, where to go? Page 60, page 60. Yep. Tom's character, Pelennor the Golden, currently has it. So basically you're taking Enchanther, and there's Tithys. Yeah, you're taking her. She's 73. She's old, and she knows she's dying. So you're taking her to her final resting place where kind of an ex-lover is going to infuse her spirit into a weapon. So there you go. And that's you know, that is it's cool. So it just happens to be on the lake beyond the Greyhawk estate. I did that.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
Yep.
I invented another NPC for my campaign. I invented his noble grace Remy Geller, Archbaron of Divarna and High Emissary of Ernst. He's the Ernst ambassador in Shieldlands, and he wanted that post. He's Belisica Geller's son, so he's the heir of Ernst, so to speak. And he wanted desperately to go out and have some fun. He's like 25 years old, 26. So he wanted to have some fun, and he wanted to go because there was no war in Ernst. So he wanted to earn his to learn how to be a proper ruler in and fight in a war too. So he's kind of a combination of kind of a knight and stuff, but he also knows how to smite, and he can also do some bird. So he went to Shieldlands, and Belisica gave him a letter of recommendation to Katarina and said, put him to good use, but please don't kill him, kind of thing.
That's funny.
And yeah, and Katarina did, and Katarina took the best shield patrol people to say, now you take him with you and don't do anything too risky, because he's not allowed to die. And he went off reservation the first mission, but he survives, and he's becoming really, really skilled, and he loves the life out in the field. So he's becoming like a ranger type, and he loves to do that. But he also wants to come back and study and so on. So he's the one that goes vacation 3 months a year out in the field to really get his sword wet and taste blood, and then he goes back and wants to go to banquets and fop around and be a youngster and have fun with the girls and all that stuff, and then he goes out and campaign again. So he's one of these, and he's becoming a really good both politician and warrior, so to speak. So he's learning his ropes there, and he's now starting to befriend Belvoir and all the other high ones, so to speak, because they know who he is, and they realize it's more. Yeah,
it's a serious question.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when Belvoir is no longer king in book 2 of the Greyhawk books?
That's a big part of my campaign, is to become who should succeed Belvoir. That's the one of the big things. Yeah, that's one of the big things in campaign, because Katarina is one of the contenders to become Belvoir's heir. And she, but on the other hand, she's not really sure if she wants to or not. And Belvoir wants her, but on the other hand, they're not really sure if they want a gold dragon running the country. So no. It's kind of a no, exactly. So it's a kind of, they might need her but don't want her, so to speak. And she's not sure. So she's now contemplating, should she try and want to become the heir, and if not, who should she promote to become, so to speak? Because there's like 5 or 6 contenders, and then there are some negative. We have, for instance, we have one of we have Luther Derwent, the protector of Fever, the Lord of Gorsen, and the Count of the Marsh. He's one of the ones who doesn't like Belvoir. He would like to run it, but worst case scenario, he will make sure that one of Belvoir's best one will not be it, so to speak. So he's doing all sorts of stuff. So this is it's one of the highest, most powerful jobs in the Flanaess. So there will be a lot of squabbling around, and Sir Arlen Pirtena doesn't realize it yet, but he is one of the top contenders simply of ability, because that is the job. He's perfect in capabilities, but he doesn't have the noble chops yet, so to speak. So because he was simply elevated in war because he was so damn good in the front lines. So he's one of the ones that Katarina might sponsor him to become it, and then others will go bonkers, but people will love it because he's like a folk hero. He's one of these with star power in it, but he doesn't have the noble credentials. So these are political stuff. So my idea was to send the characters. Katarina would send out the characters on various diplomatic missions and whatever, to thwart others and bribe others and do all sorts of stuff. So we'll see. Yep.
To answer your question, Gary, from a while back, my current campaign, where I'm heading to Theocracy of the Pale. Yes, I'm drafting my player's paladin into they don't know it yet, but they're going to be they're going to be fortifying a castle against a troll winter from the Trollfens.
Nice.
Oh,
yeah,
cool.
But Mike, they're all gone. They're all gone now because that guy sucked them all and put them all in the stuff. Just kidding.
No, but yeah, they're going to have to defend a castle. Defend a castle from trolls.
Patrol winter. Got it. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. And Mike Mosbarger, von Molku, he invented an NPC for my campaign too. The Nyron ambassador to Shieldlands in Katarina's court. So that's Sir Oran Marger, the Honorable Knight of Just Crown, Royal Emissary of Nyrond. He's a renowned fighter paladin type too. So yeah. So the King of Nyrond sent one of his trusted emissaries because Shieldlands is one of these up and coming nations now, starting to be, and they also know that it's kind of a country that might be a province in, if Katarina or someone else who's allied with her, Shieldland might become a new province in Furundi. So to have good kind of established, and it's also where you can relations with Shieldlands is really important, and it's also the borderlands to IU. So whatever you can get your foot in there means that you can be, when it's going to be rebuilt and stuff, you can be the one cashing in on that building spree and stuff coming up too. So yeah. No one wants to give the aid, but once the aid money is there, everybody wants to participate in it. It's kind of that. No one wants to give the aid money, but everybody wants to build with the aid money. Yeah.
Oh, Gary, absolutely. Absolutely.
In a way, yes. Yeah. I have it that, yeah. Yeah, and Shieldlands in my campaign is probably where Ukraine will be in a year or something like that. Yeah.
Savage, don't worry about it. I mean, it's not a big deal. Yeah, that's the first game, so it's all good. But for Friday,
yeah.
You'll see.
So thank you, Michael, for that NPC. That was an awesome write-up. Yeah.
It's all good. So, Mike, you got any on the closing this out here?
I guess just real quickly, this is easy also. So in the glossography, we have the quasi-deities, right?
Yes.
And there's not a lot of fighter to it.
Well, Merlin's a paladin, right?
Merlin and he's only 12th level, which is surprising given these characters.
Yeah.
It's only a 12th level paladin, and Kellenen, of course, is a 20th level fighter.
Yeah.
Hero god.
Yep.
But the other guys don't have a lick of any of these classes.
No, there were wanderer types, like what's his name, Kiatim.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So no, but Merlin's definitely got paladin in him. Paladin and illusionist, isn't it? Something weird. It's but Kellen is mostly fighter.
Qual's a fighter. Okay.
Qual fighter token's a fighter.
I don't have this information, Gary.
Darren, she was a paladin, right? Darren's just
a sorceress. Darren.
Yeah, Darren was a fighter.
What is her class?
Megan was a paladin too. Yep. Wherever she came from, I still find that weird.
I could definitely see Megan.
Yeah, Darren. Oh, Darren's a fighter? Oh, I thought she was a paladin.
Darren's like a siege master, construction.
All right, fair enough.
Person.
Thanks for the correction. Yeah, that's cool. That's just one of the. It's just he's not just that class.
Too bad they couldn't have used Paladin.
Yeah. That's just the way it went. That's the classification. You got to remember, he came from Boot Hill. That crossover.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
He's not an original.
So I got to play Boot Hill at the con last weekend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
We were playing.
What's that?
Who was DMing it? Or GMing it? Don't know who.
No, just some random guy.
Yeah. Cool. Does it have any resemblance to AD&D in the rules, or?
This was 2nd edition, so it was quite its own game.
Yeah.
Only a little. We talked about.
The funny part is, for 3.5 hours, we role played and just goofed around, and then the last half hour, a gunfight started to break out. So
is it quick once the guns come out?
No,
you die quickly?
Not at all, Anna. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I thought that was the case. That you.
It was an okay session, but Boot Hill I like in small doses.
I've never played a Boot Hill game. Never have.
No, me neither. I've seen the box and the books, but that's about it.
And I did Gamma World. I also did Gamma World, Jay.
There too.
That same day I did Gamma World.
Wow, nice.
And
cool.
that
you played old
well.
TSR classics, yeah.
Yeah, I played
who'd you go with?
A couple of my friends, Jason and Eric. I was a sentient squirrel. like a little bitty squirrel.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I've never even collected any Boot Hill Adventures or anything like that. So, get what edition again?
Savage. I think we were playing 2nd edition.
Yeah.
I don't know. It definitely wasn't 1st edition.
So at Concoction, and I'll probably talk about this more on Sunday. Tim ran Aftermath. Now it's nowhere near as mutated as Gamma World, but there are mutations in it. It's nowhere near as bad as Gamma World, but it's much more realistic. and he that was on his Friday night there, and he said everyone loved it. So that's a nasty game, man. You die quick in that game. So yeah, but that's Tim for you. So in closing on this discussion of fighters and rangers and no published source archers, of course, because never was an official class. We, according to Mike and according to what we looked at, we haven't found a single Cavalier. You were in Tim's Aftermath game, Michael. Your son was hilariously bad with the dice to start. It's in reverse. A 1's a crit, 20's a fumble. I know. I remember that. Yeah. Yep. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. I'm glad you had fun with it. So awesome. We probably missed a whole bunch of them we're not even thinking about. But that's okay. It's part of the fun on the discussion.
I didn't even talk about all.
No. The ruler of all is a fighter, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Usually they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're so brutish. They're just
Yeah.
Mike is right.
Are there any paladins in all?
I doubt it.
What's a paladin?
Yeah, exactly. That's the all way.
Lots of fighters, lots of probably barbarians.
I was going to say you fight anyway.
Depends on the edition.
Paladin is the cults of the whole.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny, Curtis. Curtis, you got to figure out your badge thing, man. Just click on that chat identity and then scroll down and enable use custom badge for this channel. Click that on so it's purple or whatever color, and then customize, and then click on that below that. It should show. Yep. So, oh, look at that! Mike got his dice. There you go. Nice, man. Mike, he got his Power Gygax dice. Good to see.
Haven't used them yet.
No, you should use them. I crit a lot with them.
Soon.
Yeah, here's the other set. This will go out during the 24-hour stream. This will be one of the giveaways. Yep. Tower of Gygax dice. Old people dice, big. So
I gotta have big fun.
Yeah. Well, here, Craig from Black Oak is smart, and he recommends to the people make them so you can read them with bright, not dark lettering and numbering, right? So yeah, so you can actually see them. So they work well. Yep. All right. What's going on in closing, Mike? What do we got as far as a cartoon here coming up?
Oh, okay. Cartoon.
Yeah, let's do that. Let me close out a bunch of stuff here. Boom. Okay, now I can reopen this.
Not on topic.
Well, it's going to be hard.
Maybe. But let's look at what's going on with the cultists. When last we saw, if you remember, they were captured.
Yep.
Yes.
Brought underground, and then they were captured again, and found out that the whole town was cultists. The whole town of Morley.
I am Explicita Defilis. Now worship me. Some help here, please. Certainly, Explicita Defilis is a spirit naga, an evil, venomous spellcaster that is said to be immortal. Her gaze that has already failed to affect me can permanently charm you, which explains this dumb reptile cult. Hey. Once again, fangs for nothing, brother. Oh, you like puns? I've been told mine are hysterical. The spiral on your robe reminds me of a deadly whirlpool. Oh God, that's similar to tell me more about that. Sure, if you'd like to know about it, maybe we could join. You could join our cult. Is it an evil cult? Oh yes, evil S cult. If you ask me, ask me. Oh my God. come on, guys. Give me this is great. That is funny.
That's awesome, Mike.
ultimate
You got
parlay.
Oh man,
you
That's
found the
awesome.
Bond outing, so to speak,
the
the way
power of
out.
puns.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good, man. That was good. I appreciate that. That was really good.
Oh, that's so
Man.
cool.
Yeah.
Now we see the next time when they take over the whole cult.
I think someone in chat a few weeks ago actually was uh surmising whether or not the Tharizdun cultists would try to, win over this cult. So
That's
whoever
funny.
said that, good on that.
It's going good, man. It's going real good. We're just finishing up here. So we'll calling it a night shortly there. Anna, what's going on? That's great, Mike. Anna, what do you got going on?
I have a bunch of stuff going on. I actually have 2 new posts. It's just a bit of housekeeping.
Hey,
So there is I posted an update on my campaign map because I realized I've been sitting for a while and haven't updated it. So it's available on PathoZoom. That is the new Easy Zoom's rebranding, and you can download the JPEG as well. That's my campaign version of the map that has tons of extra stuff on it. So that is coming. And tomorrow I will be on DM Friends. Andrew, he will be Angelo on his YouTube channel. And since we're going to talk about geography and stuff like that, so then we can go over the campaign map a little bit too. Cool. So that one is coming. And so I put a link to that. It's 6 p.m. tomorrow, Pacific. Yeah. And then I'm also now it's time. It's too early to show, but I can I'm going to write. I've been starting 6 times over to write the blog post, but I realized I want to be able to show a little bit more once I'm actually done it. I'm working on the new generation of Greyhawk maps. I've been for the last 5 years, and now I've been in production for a few months. So I'm working on. I have 32 of these areas in under production, so to speak.
Wow.
And now the 32 that are in the early stages are being defined. So people who showed up on my stream on Fridays, you will see me working on them. But now I can tell the results are starting to look really, really, really good.
Nice.
So I will have in a few months, I will have the whole of Shieldlands at 5 feet per pixel, all of it.
Oh my
so
gosh.
and then yeah. So that and more of it. I have tons more under. So they're in various stages. There's about 6 stages. So stage 1, I have about 1 million square miles. Stage 2, I have probably about 20,000, and no more than that. I have about 100,000 square miles. And then now I'm on stage 5 and 6. Then I have about 3,000 square miles. And when I have that done, crit wall and its surroundings, then I'm going to show it. I'm not going to post. I'm going to post some post about how things are done, the different stages, and how data-driven cartography, because this is really data-driven cartography. So it's not so much sitting. Some of it is sitting painting in, but a lot of it you create the right masks and stuff, so you can then change the style and you can do all sorts of stuff with it. So this has been really the accumulation of more than 5 years of development to start getting to this point. But now I'm really happy that it's starting to pay off. It's starting to get there. So it's really cool. So now the crit wall bridge will be in place and a whole bunch of other stuff.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool.
Yep. And Hawktails, I've also, because when I sit and doodle and work in World Machine, I have a lot of time to work over. So Hawktails, the alpha, almost every rule is in place. So now I just need to write it up. And there is a 2-tier, and one of the stuff that I've developed further in the Alpha 2 is that you have hit points, but you also have injuries. So hit points is basically your will to fight, and and injuries is when you really get injured, so to speak. And this is kind of interesting because you have 2 parallel tracks you have to keep track of, so to speak. So you can You can go down for numerous reasons, and you can also knock enemies down in various ways. And I think that can be fun. I haven't play tested it yet, but it's coming. So I need to set up for play test fairly soon. I just need to have a write up so people can read it, so to speak. But I've done a bunch of crunching, and I've done the early skirmish tests. I just need to test it in real play scenarios, so to speak. So the numbers are okay and works really cool. Now we just see if it's something that players can enjoy and play it. So we'll see. It's that was a thing that I felt was a little bit weak. So the math is simpler than it was in the first one, but the rules are a little bit more complex, but the math is a lot easier. So therefore, I think it can be equally fun and a little bit more interesting because you don't know exactly the stage. You can kill things by despairingly cut the hit points down, but that might not necessarily kill them, so to speak. And different types of creatures like undead and stuff functions very differently from creatures of flesh and blood. Yep. So these are a couple of the news that will come. So yep.
All right, so everyone knows I will be on my way to CNYCon tomorrow. So there's no game tomorrow night, and there's no game Saturday morning. Okay, this week. So, but Gavin will be back Sunday night, and it'll probably be a compilation of. Hopefully, I'm trying to get Josh on, so because Josh is at North Texas, so Josh may go over North Texas, and I'll go over what happened at CNYCon. All right, we'll see.
Cool. Yeah,
we'll
awesome.
see on that on Sunday. Also, a week from Sunday, at Greenwood will be back. Climate and its effects on Greyhawk and the realms. So there you go. We'll have that a week from Sunday. There will be games next week. It'll be a normal week next week, but just I don't have any of them scheduled yet. I'm going to wait and see who's available. I'll work on that while I'm at CNYCon during my downtime. All right, and then the big one. There'll be a lot of adventures before this, but Fortress Elendar is the 11th, starting at 10 a.m. Saturday, July 11th, 10 a.m. Yep. We got a great group. We'll see if there's any other people jumping in and out. I'll start working on that, but there's our core group. We got Tiffany, Myriad, and Amanda, Tim, Jeff, Curtis, and Brett. What a mess. Yeah, evil guys on the right. Dumb and Dumber, nine dumbest. There's three of them. No, just kidding. That's mean. That's mean to me. Yes. So Curtis Garrick just went 7-8 Ranger Mage. So yeah, he's getting there, and that's what we got. All right, but I'll report back. It'll go quick. It'll go quickly. I'm only DMing twice. We'll be doing a lot of hanging out at this convention, so it'll be fun. It's very small, and I'm glad to hear small. All right, because I don't have time to mail anything tomorrow, I'm going to be doing two $10 gift certificates to Troller Games, and you'll get them almost immediately after the stream. All right, so exclamation point drawing to get in, and Rage, yeah, Ranger Mage, it's a good mix. Ready? Get them in. Last call, exclamation point drawing, and then we will yeah, Manger. That's funny. They're both funny. You guys are pretty good with your names. I come up with names and they're stupid. Yes. Oh, but the guy from his name Crotch Smales was the guy's name from the Theocracy of the Pale. Yeah, he wasn't a nice guy. They found his body. He thought he could as he summoned the trolls, he thought he was hey, new attack grounds and stuff, but they ate him. He lost. He didn't get out of there in time. Because one of those guys that works on his own. Those megalomaniac types. Never trust the megalomaniacs. All right, so yeah, it had Village of Tate. It was Schmales, like Judge Schmales from. It was Schmales from Caddyshack. That was the joke. Alrighty, so here we go. Let's see who wins. Two of them. Here we go, closing it out. All right, first winner. Scala, second winner. Sparky, there you go. Scala and Sparky. I'll send them out. Send those $10 GCs out. Scala Grimer and Sparky68. And thank you all. Anna, thanks. Mike, thanks. I'll see you. And I'll send you a message about Sunday, what we're doing. Yep. And enjoy, everyone. We're going to raid into, say hi to Rachel Marquis. She's doing some really cool artwork, so I'm going to raid into her. All right. and we'll see you all Sunday. 5-hour drive I can handle. I think it's going to be that bad. 5 hours I can manage.
Hopefully traffic is not bad.
Yeah, I'm hoping. We'll see. We will see. Trying to find the right button here. Holy jeez. That one. Yeah, thanks, Mike. Mike, you going to ShatterCon, and when is that? Thanks. We're back up to 14.5. I lost 2 followers and I gained back 2 today, so thanks. Yeah. Alrighty, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll see you soon.